I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakar Kwadash. Double honors unto our apostles, as well as the men that taught them, the elder high priests, as well as the elder bishops and the elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp, and I'm going to title this video, Esau is losing. Okay, Esau is the so-called white man today, which father is the forefather or the patriarch of the nation of Edom. Okay, and as we know, this man is prophesied to rule in the end. This would be his kingdom would be the last kingdom to stand before Yahweh Shai comes back and sets up his righteous kingdom on earth forever. Okay? All right, when we read Daniel, the 7th chapter, okay, and it goes into the fourth beast, America's attached to that fourth beast because the fourth beast is the Roman Empire. And that beast would come back, all right? It would be wounded for a period of time, according to Revelation, the 13th chapter, and then come back through NATO, the EU, and America. And America's a part of NATO, okay? So that's the beast. And that's the image of the beast. The image of the beast is the Roman Empire. Because America, NATO, and the EU comes in the likeness. Because when you go into that word image, it goes into the word likeness. That's one of the words. It comes in the likeness of the ancient pagan Roman Empire. Okay? And their kingdom is falling. One thing that was going to happen to these devils, all right, was that the curses were going to start coming upon them, falling upon them as their kingdom is falling. You know? And pretty much these Edomites have been made subjects in their own kingdom. This is an Edomite rule, but the Edomite, the ruling elite of Edom, have put their own other Edomite brothers in captivity. Of course, that includes the woman and the children. If you're an average American citizen, talking about Edomite, you're a contractual slave too. Okay. So I got an article right here. I want to touch on it briefly, and this is a small example to show that the curses are coming upon. The curses that befell us Israelites that we read about in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay, we're still under those curses, and those curses are starting to come upon the other nations. And the prime example is the so-called white man. They're experiencing some of the same things that we go through in the form of curses, okay, at this time. You know, so let's get into this. At this time, the time of the end of Esau wicked ass ruling on this planet Earth. Golly, man, what is this? All right, 1 second. All right, so this is off of the people.com. It says Michigan dad kill wife and their 6 children. Stupid ass little pop-up or whatever keeps showing up, excuse me. 6 children before setting home on fire and dying by suicide. So he took everybody out. He took his wife and children out, and he took himself out. Okay? And I wonder why. I haven't even read this article, but I'm gonna read. Let me do this, man. Maybe this will help. I'm gonna read some of it. So this happened July the 24th. So this was about 3 days ago, and published today. And here you go. These are, I don't believe these are Jakes. They definitely look like Edomites, like so-called white couple, right? Amanda and Christopher Carol Kesfuzik. So I don't know how to say that word, that name. Let me see. All right, never mind. It's okay. I know I missed that. Carol Kovic. I'm probably saying it wrong. Let's read a little bit. It says authority announced that a suspicious fire at a Michigan family home is now being investigated as a murder-suicide. Mandy, I ain't gonna try to even pronounce that. Carol Kovics, I don't know how you say it. Christopher and Amanda, 39 and 47, and their 6 children were found dead in their home. And in an update, officials reported that they all died from gunshot wounds, with Christopher fatally shooting his wife and children before starting fires around the home and dying by suicide. A Michigan family of 8, including 6 children under the age of 15, died in what authorities now believe a murder-suicide. Let me see. So they probably don't have details. I'll put this in the description box if I can remember, but they probably don't have. They're investigating, so they're trying to figure out what the hell happened. All right. And you can only guess. It could have been a number of things. Most likely, his wife stepped out on him in some shape, fashion, or form. His children are probably totally demons to him, you know. And that goes on in these Edomite households, where the children are completely out of control, disrespecting the parents, okay, costing them all kind of money. You know, they go out here and get tickets, get locked up, and their parents bail them out. Or, you know, they different scenarios, you know. But they be having problems with their children big time in the household. So we don't know what triggered this Edomite to go in there and take his whole family, including himself, out. But it had to be something extreme. It could have who knows? It could have been multiple things at once. His woman stepped out on him, his wife, cheating on him, committing adultery against him, all right? He may have been struggling, you know, financially. Children all messed up. And Lord knows what else, okay? But nonetheless, they out of there. They in the spirit world, okay? And I want to read this. In Lamentations 4 and 21, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. So this is really talking about when the kingdom is being established. You know, when Yahushua returns, you know, they're gonna drink the cup of slavery, okay? But they're gonna start feeling some of the curses. Which most of the curses, you know, they come about by you being captive under another nation, okay? So this devil we don't even have him in captivity, and he's already suffering the curses by being up under this system by being a slave to his own people, their own people, you know. Now, the scriptures say you should betroth the, one of the curses that was going to come upon us is that we were going to betroth the wife and not lie with her. Well, no, not that one. What's the one? Give me a second. Well, I do believe that's the scripture that I'm thinking about, even though this particular couple was married. But the scriptures say that a man shall betroth the wife and not, and another man shall lie with her. Okay, so that really happened to us, especially in hardcore slavery. All right, with the so-called white man taking our women, you know. But in this case, they're married. You know, they're married, but their women are stepping out on them. Okay, that's probably most likely what happened. What drove them, really just put them over the top. You know. It could have been a number of things. What else? It also talks about we shall have children and we shall not enjoy them. That's one of the curses. Because I had mentioned, who knows how his children could have been. We don't know, you know. I believe you say that the oldest was 15. And they were all under the age of 15. You see? So whatever it was, these Edomites are undergoing hard conditions, rough, hellish conditions, okay, in their own kingdom. You see? So this devil is losing here in these last days. You got a lot of Edomites that are suicidal, all right? Families, the whole family structure of the so-called white man is all fucked up too. They got a group called MGTOW. And it's primarily Edomites that have had their women have fucked them over for years, you know, committed all kind of adultery against them or on them, adultery on them, used them, divorced them, you know, took half their shit, and they saying the acronym MGTOW, men going their own way. All right, and they lost. So now they just to the point like, fuck it, I won't even deal with a woman unless it's for, you know, a jump off or something to that nature, just to get their rocks off. Other than that, F women. So these Edomites are experiencing some of the same shit that we have been going through. Our woman been traded on us a long time ago. All right, she's out here as nothing but a hoe, as the scriptures say. Thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. Well, you Edomites, your wives are harlots in the city as well, big time. So these devils, that part is just about over. Trying to rejoice and live it up because you're about to go into captivity. In other words, in these last days, captivity is going to come when the kingdom comes. All right? And before the kingdom, they should be rejoicing. Meaning when they're in their kingdom, right now, they should be trying to rejoice and live it up. Well, these Edomites are catching hell. You see? These Edomites are losing. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it right there. You know, this is an example of it. And Lord willing, this video was edifying. And until the next one, I say, Shalom.